Hey, what's going on TikTok? It's your boy Brother Leon. So I have a reply here. I want to read it. Can you clarify pants down, please? When I was talking about before the church and the prophets start judging America, can they fix the church first? What I mean by pants down, I was basically stating that the church, they will come against the LGBTQ community, and they will say how ungodly that is. They will come against the transgender community and say how ungodly they are. And the one thing that I say is the church is supposed to be a moral compass to the community as well as to the nation. But unfortunately, you have pastors getting caught up in sexual scandal. You have all types of pastors that are violating people. And, not only violating people and caught up in scandal, but also caught up in fraud. So when I say pull your pants up, my thing is get yourself clean before you start talking about any other community. Get yourself delivered before you start talking about any other community, because it's hard for us to hear you say God said when I see what you do. James Baldwin said this: it's hard for me to believe what you say when I see what you do. When I look at the pastors in scandal, when I look at certain conventions and denominations and all types of scandal, how is it that they can talk about the LGBTQ community? The one thing that I respect about the LGBTQ community and those who are, same-sex, gender-loving pastors with a first gentleman, at least they're open with theirs. At least you can't guess, whether or not they put it right there. So those affirming churches and those pastors, I ain't got a problem with them, because at least you know who they are. At least you know what they are. And at the end of the day, I'm not going to sit up here and judge them when I see the heterosexual church living unrighteous, but yet they want to talk about the LGBTQ community. But I say this: before you can talk, take the beam out your eye. Before you can see anybody sin, take the beam out of your eye before you can pull the speck out of somebody else's. Because the crazy part is the beam, which is the Bible, you just beating people up with it. And the crazy thing is that Bible needs to heal you first before you can start operating on somebody else. So that's what I mean when I say pull your pants up. Because at the end of the day, it's so many preachers that are getting caught out here in scandal. And there's so many people that will say that the fall of this nation is because of certain communities. And it's not that. It's the fact that people do not have tolerance. It's the fact that people don't want to love people like Christ has called us to love people. It's the fact that no one wants to be integral. And that goes on both sides. And so, my thing is this, is that if you're going to walk in truth all the way. So I thank you for your comment. Have a blessed one.